In this section, we will explore the different types of viruses. Viruses come in various shapes and sizes, and they can infect all forms of life, from animals and plants to microorganisms, including bacteria and archaea. Some of the most well-known types of viruses include the influenza virus, the HIV virus, and the coronavirus. Each of these viruses has unique characteristics and mechanisms of infection. Hey there, researchers! Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of viruses. Whether you're a seasoned virologist or just starting out in the field, I've got some intriguing insights for you. First up, let's talk about what viruses actually are. Viruses are microscopic agents that can only replicate inside the living cells of an organism. They're basically parasites, but on a microscopic scale. They come in various shapes and sizes, often classified by their genetic material, either DNA or RNA. Now, unlike bacteria, viruses can't survive for long outside a host. This characteristic makes them somewhat elusive and challenging to study. But it's also what makes them incredibly interesting. How can something so tiny wreak such havoc? Let's move on to how viruses infect cells. They attach to a host cell and inject their genetic material. This turns the host cell into a virus factory. It's like a hostile takeover on a microscopic level. The cell then replicates the virus until it bursts, releasing new viruses to infect more cells. One of the most fascinating aspects of viruses is their ability to mutate. They can adapt quickly to new environments and hosts, which is why they're so hard to control. This rapid mutation is a double-edged sword. It makes viruses difficult to study, but it also provides clues about how life evolves. Now, let's not forget about the role of viruses in gene therapy. Scientists are harnessing viruses to deliver genetic material to cells, potentially curing genetic diseases. It's a remarkable example of turning a foe into a friend. Finally, I want to touch on the importance of virology research. Understanding viruses is crucial not just for preventing diseases, but also for uncovering fundamental biological processes. It's a field that's constantly evolving, and your contributions are vital. So, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what we know. The world of viruses is vast and full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Thanks for tuning in, and happy researching. Welcome back, virology enthusiasts. In this chapter, we will explore the different types of viruses, their structures, and how they infect host cells. We will also discuss the various methods used to classify viruses and the significance of understanding these classifications in virology. First, let's delve into the diverse world of viruses. Viruses come in many shapes and sizes, from the simple icosahedral shapes of adenoviruses to the complex structures of bacteriophages. Some viruses are enveloped, surrounded by a lipid membrane, while others are non-enveloped and rely on their protein coats for protection. This structural diversity is not just fascinating, but also critical for how viruses interact with their host cells. Next, we need to understand how viruses are classified. Virologists use several criteria to categorize viruses, including their genetic material, replication strategies, and morphology. The Baltimore classification system, for example, groups viruses into 7 classes based on their type of nucleic acid and replication method. Understanding these classifications helps scientists predict how viruses behave, how they spread, and how they can be controlled. Now, let's talk about the significance of these classifications. Knowing the type of virus we're dealing with can inform vaccine development, antiviral treatments, and public health strategies. For example, RNA viruses like influenza and coronaviruses mutate rapidly, requiring constant monitoring and adaptation of vaccines. On the other hand, DNA viruses like herpes viruses have more stable genomes, making them easier targets for long-term treatments. Finally, let's not forget the role of emerging technologies in virology. Advances in genomics and bioinformatics are revolutionizing how we classify and understand viruses. These tools allow us to sequence viral genomes quickly, compare them with existing databases, and even predict how they might evolve. This knowledge is invaluable for staying ahead of viral outbreaks and developing effective countermeasures. So, as you continue your journey in virology, remember that understanding the diversity and classification of viruses is not just an academic exercise. It's a crucial step in the ongoing battle against viral diseases. Keep exploring, stay curious, and together we can unlock even more secrets of the viral world. Until next time, happy researching.